How does the idea of heaven and hell sit with you? What about the idea of Hades and paradise? If you're confused, let me catch you up. All week long, we're breaking down the final installment of our series, Future-Proofing Your Life, and if you missed out, you can listen to any of the previous Devos or this weekend's message on the Mech website, app, and YouTube channel. We've discussed how when we die, we remain conscious and our non-physical selves, our souls, remain alive. We also discussed the fact that our spiritual decisions are sealed for all eternity. No more chances to change. Today, I want to talk about how we'll go to a place that reflects the spiritual decision about God that we made while we were alive. Jesus actually told a story to teach this concept. There's a book of the Bible written by a Greek man named Luke about Jesus' life and teachings. He was someone who did life with Jesus. In this book, he records Jesus telling the story of a rich man and a poor man who both died. The poor man is carried off by angels to a heavenly banquet, while the rich man goes to the place of the dead and is in anguish and torment. He used this story to illustrate that when we die, we go to one of two places, the place of the dead, Hades, or paradise. Let me read it for you. Jesus said, "There was a certain rich man who was splendidly clothed in purple and fine linen and who lived each day in luxury. At his gate lay a poor man named Lazarus who was covered with sores. As Lazarus lay there longing for scraps from the rich man's table, the dogs would come and lick his open sores. Finally, the poor man died and was carried by angels to sit beside Abraham at the heavenly banquet. The rich man also died and was buried, and he went to the place of the dead. There, in torment, he saw Abraham in the far distance with Lazarus on his side. The rich man shouted, 'Father, Abraham, have some pity. Send Lazarus over here to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue. I am in anguish in these flames.' But Abraham said to him, 'Son, remember that during your lifetime you had everything you wanted, and Lazarus had nothing. So now he's here being comforted, and you are in anguish. And besides, there's a great chasm separating us. No one can cross over to you from here, and no one can cross over to us from there.' Whichever place we end up is a direct reflection on the decision in life that we made towards God. The first place, the place of the dead, is Hades. Hades is where those who are not in relationship with God go when they die. There is suffering and separation from God, the ultimate destination from here after the final judgment leads to hell. The second place is referred to by Jesus as paradise. In Luke's biography, we read that after Jesus was crucified, he was hung on a cross between two men. One proclaimed Jesus to be the Son of God and believed in him, while the other didn't. Jesus told the one who did believe, 'I assure you, today you will be with me in paradise.' Paradise is the flip side of Hades. It's where those who are in relationship with God go to wait for final judgment before ultimately spending eternity in heaven. I like to imagine that it's like the cocktail hour of a wedding. Still fun, still seeing people you love, but it's nothing compared to the party that's coming. Today, I invite you to think about which one you'd rather be in, Hades or paradise. Will you be like the rich man, separated by a great chasm from paradise? Or will you be like the poor man, resting in the confidence of where you'll be?